Hi, welcome to clickmeproject.com. I am going to explain the concept of transcoding as a service in a multimedia cloud, energy efficient job dispatching algorithm. Let's say start with abstract. Energy efficient job dispatching algorithm is an algorithm used for transcoding as a service in a multimedia cloud. The aim is to minimize the energy consumption of service engines in the cloud while achieving low delay for transcoding as a service. Using the drift plus penalty function, it proposes an algorithm that dispatches the transcoding jobs to the service engines. The objective of this algorithm is to reduce energy consumption while achieving the queue stability. Initially, trade-off between energy consumption and queue delay for the request algorithm is numerically obtained. The robustness of the request algorithm is measured here. Then the performance of the request algorithm is compared with round-robin and random rate algorithm. Finally, it is concluded with that the request algorithm outperforms the round-robin and random rate algorithms with smaller time energy and time average queue length. This data flow diagram explains the whole overall concept of this application. Initially, the client will send this query to the server. The server will receive the request and respond to the client based on by using the request algorithm. The requested query by the client will be processed by assigning the priority to the client based on its arrival time, and the job dispatching algorithm will dispatch the job based on the client query and assign this process to the service engines. At last, the service engines will process the client query and send back the response to the client. Let's see the demo of this project. Initially, we have to run the server side process, and here this form will load the files to the database to serve for the client query. And in here we can give the serial number and open the file which is going to be loaded inside the database. Here I am choosing a picture and load files to the database. The file will be loaded into the database and click on next button. This is the server side dispatcher process. Initially at the server side we have to start the server by clicking on this start listen button. The server is started and waiting for the client connection. Click OK. Then run the client side process. Here we have two client 1 and client 2. The client 1 and client 2 will send the requesting query. Will send different requesting query to the server. The server will fetch the client request and process the data by using the dispatching algorithm. Here first I am running the client 1 process. So here by clicking on view button, it will show the list of list of files available at the server side. So these are the data available at the server side. If we want any file to download, we have to specify the file name first and the file type next. So architecture diagram.doc, I am going to download this architecture diagram.doc. So I have to give the file name. File name is architecture diagram and file type is a doc file. By clicking on send button, it will be sent to the it will be moved to the client application process. So click on send. Here this is the server side client side process. Initially, to communicate with the server, we have to click on the connect button. The client is connected to the server. The server is respond to the client as welcome client 1, and the message is architecture diagram.doc is the client request message. By clicking on send message button, it will be sent to the server side process. So click on send message button. Request sent to the server. At the server side, the message is received. So client 0 is the initial client and the architecture diagram.doc is the client requested file name. So by clicking on dispatch button, the dispatcher will receive the request and dispatch the transcoding job. The dispatcher choosing the service engine to the process request and the service engine is selected. So before that, we have to give this file name to the query data transcode job process. Then only we have to click the dispatch button. So it will be processed and assign the corresponding file to this different service engine based on the file type. Here by clicking on process button, it will be processed. If the data is available at the server side database system, it will be fetched at the reply to client text box, and it will be transferred to the requested client by entering the client number as 0 and send by clicking on send message button. The availability of the requested file will be sent to the client, and by clicking on send file, the file will be transmitted to the client system. So initially we have to click the send message, response sent to the client. At the client side, it shows the requested file is available. Then click on send file button, the file will be sent to the client one. So to view the file at the client side, we have to give the open file button. We have to click on open file button, and here we have to specify the file name which we sent as a request first. So I am giving this is my file name which I initially request to the server. Then click on save button. In which location we want to save this requested data, we can choose the location. So I am choosing desktop, and I am giving the file name file1 .doc. So by clicking on save button, the file will be transmitted to that newly created location. By clicking on fetch button, the file will be fetched. So here we can view the file. So this is the requested file content which is fetched from the server side. So by this the process is over. We have to run this process for the client too, same like this. So thanks for listening.